So guys, in this video today, I want to tell you about my story connected with English. So, for those of you who are interested to hear about my experience with English as a learner, not as a teacher, you're welcome to stay here and listen till the end. So, my story started around 4 years ago. So, I'm, as far as I remember, in the 10th grade, in the middle of the 10th grade. And at some point I realized that I had no true interests. Of course, before that I had a lot of different interests in my life, but I by that moment I'd given them all up, and at that point I was kind of lost, so I didn't really know what to do. But I got lucky, and one day I saw a video on YouTube that I really wanted to understand. I don't quite remember the topic that it was about, but I remember that I really wanted to understand that video, and it was in English, right? But that moment, I had no true knowledge of English. I mean, I had been learning English for around 10 years by that point. That is true. You can say, well, it's not really 4 years, it's 14 years. Technically you're right, but in fact you're not, because before I actively started learning English, I hadn't been doing much about it. I just was having classes at school. I was just doing my home tasks. I was just doing, something I wasn't engaged in. I wasn't interested in all those activities. I wasn't, hyped about them. And that was the main reason I had no progress. So at that point, I couldn't really understand that video. Maybe, I understood a couple of words. I understood some sentences, but maybe 5 or 10% of everything that was said in that video was understood by me at that point. And all I started doing was really simple. I just started, making a list of words and learning those words. That is how it all started for me. Just from a single list of, 5, 10 words. I started looking them up in a dictionary, using Google Translate, and just trying to understand what they were saying. So that was the beginning. You can also ask me, why am I telling you this story? First of all, just to share with you, right? And second of all, you can make a very important conclusion out of it. So I didn't start learning English actively, with interest learning English, until I had something where I could actively use it and where I understood it would give me real profit. A lot of people start learning English just because their parents tell them or the society tells them. And I believe that is one of the reasons why most people fail. Most people literally fail at learning English, at learning a foreign language. And it is a really interesting phenomenon because learning languages for us as humans is absolutely natural, and there shouldn't be anything super overly difficult about it. But people just don't have the right motivation, the right driving force that would move them forward. So guys, that was my story about how it all started for me. I hope later, those of you who are actively learning English now will be able to tell me or somebody else a story like this, where you will remember the initial point and where you will look back at it and will be fascinated by how much progress you have made. For today, that's it. See ya. Wish you luck.